Hello, one and all. Welcome to EGOTASTIC Fun Time Live again so soon. What is going on, you guys? Are you having an awesome holiday week? I was supposed to be, just like yesterday when I did a stream, I was supposed to be doing Uber driving all day, but I went out this morning, hung out for about an hour. Nothing's really coming in except for a bunch of crap, and it's few and far between. Oh, man. I think I figured it out. I think I figured out the robot treachery that brought down my channel because YouTube doesn't understand human things. It just understands ones and zeros, and it makes its decisions by then. I've been demonetized, as you know. I think I figured it out. With no help from YouTube. They don't tell you really. They just said reuse content. They throw that one out all the time. They haven't taken down any of my videos, had a warning on any of my videos. They allow all my videos to be seen. They allow new subscribers to come in. Everything is demonetized. I think I know what happened, and it's my own damn fault with the reuse content, because I've been putting out shorts for a while to keep the Orville in front of people's eyeballs. But some of you might remember that was in the stream, I don't know, a month or two ago. I said, don't mix your content. It's not supposed to affect anything, but it does affect things. It affects the audience. When you have a bunch of short videos, 30 seconds or less, and you're trying to mix it with your long videos, what happens is you get a lot of buzz, you get a lot of new viewers from the shorts content, but those people that like that content, they have short attention spans, which is why they're called shorts. No biggie, these things happen. So when you put out a longer video, they only want to watch it for a couple seconds. They're like, oh, this is too long for me because I like the shorts. So I said I was going to start transferring my shorts from this channel onto my secondary channel. News on that here in just a second. And I think, I don't know for sure, but I think it's the only thing I could come up with that for a short period of time, both channels had the same shorts on them. My whole plan was to put out 3 to 4 shorts a day on the other channel, and then eventually erase them all from this channel and just have that channel be the shorts channel and this channel be the long form content channel. Well, I think YouTube is like, hey, you got 2 channels with the same content on it, even though the other channel's not monetized, wasn't making any money or anything like that. You've been reusing content, reusing my own content, because I'm guessing, because, you know, they said with shorts, you got to have lots of editing and kind of make it different and new, which is what I did. Tons of editing in every video. But YouTube, they don't understand the gray areas. They didn't realize I was doing a thing, an administration type of thing where I'm moving everything over. You can't do it all at once. They don't like that. And then once it was all over, I was going to erase it from this channel. I think the reused content warning was my own reused content. You guys, I effed myself right into the A, right in that A, you guys. It got effed. So now, of course, I'm demonetized. For the rest of the year. I'm thinking I should be able to get remonetized by the end of January. That's a couple months away. And these lights don't keep themselves on, you guys. And I'm usually out there trying to do the Uber ride so that I can keep the lights on, but it's a holiday week. Things are different now. The flow is different. The jobs aren't coming in. I'm sure they'll come back in again starting Monday, maybe Friday, maybe this weekend. I got to work this weekend just to try to make up back some of the shekels that I've been losing the last couple days. What is going on, Jordy LaForgery? I love that name. I love that name, Jordy LaForgery. That's what they should have called him in the show. Brian Dawkins, good to see you. Sam Easton, Mr. Tommy Pickles. Got something to say to you, Mr. Tommy Pickles. It's a good thing. Don't worry. Daniel Vance, Archmage, we got you here. Joy Don, Curtis Tate, Margot B. And then there's other names here, but they're not in front of me. I have to scroll around to see them because people are coming in. Dark Helmet, how you be, Sci-Fi Mombi. Sorry if I'm repeating any names. It's hard to remember all the names I've already said. But let me look here. Mr. Tommy Pickles, you in jest, you made a fun little comment, but I actually have to have an update on this comment. Mr. Tommy Pickles says maybe there's an issue with the Hulu Disney Plus Black Friday deal. It seemed too good to be true. Yesterday I posted about how a bunch of streaming services are having a bunch of really good Black Friday deals. Nothing wrong with them, actually, Mr. Tom Pickles. Yesterday, I went through and I took advantage of all the Black Friday deals on streaming services. I now have Hulu, Disney Plus, Stars, Paramount Plus, Showtime. Ooh, and there's another one that I'm forgetting right now. But anyway, I got all of those all together for $10 a month. Disney Plus and Hulu I have for just a couple bucks a month for an entire year. Stars I have for 6 months for like 99 cents. Paramount Plus I have for 3 months for like 99 cents or $2.99 or $1.99 something, and with Showtime. And I even got the more expensive version with no commercials. An incredible deal, because we all know, we talk about it all the time, streaming services cost too damn much. Well, I said enough is enough. I saw the Black Friday deals. What I did is I went and I canceled everything I have and I re-signed up with the new Black Friday deals. And I went straight into my Google Calendar and I typed in all the dates for the different services that I need to cancel before they charge me their regular prices. So I am set for a long time with everything streaming, you guys. And I think I didn't get Apple Plus because there was no real good deals with Apple Plus, at least not as of yet. If they come out with a really great deal, I'll be there to snatch it, because I have all these streaming services for $10 a month. That's amazing. That is so much money saved and so much content. No deals on Netflix that I could see. No deals on Peacock at the moment that I can see. Peacock's pretty affordable anyway, but I didn't see any deals there. But it's still early. It's still early. There's more deals coming, I bet, because these other streaming services that didn't have a deal, a Black Friday deal, they got to catch up to all the streaming services that do have Black Friday deals. So there'll probably be some more deals coming out. I got so much stuff, and I watched something last night that I was very impressed by. I'm a South Park fan. I've been a South Park fan since the mid 90s, since they first came out. South Park, the one that's on Paramount Plus, that Paramount Plus is being sued for by HBO Max. Oh, I got HBO Max as part of that streaming deal, part of that $10 a month. Really nice to have HBO Max back, because there's a lot of stuff on there as well. You got to take advantage, you guys. All you got to do, just go to these sites. If they don't let you sign up because you have an account, just cancel your account and re-sign up, or use a different email or whatever to get these amazing deals. And just remember to put it in your calendar of when to cancel the different things when their time is up, because you don't want to have all of a sudden all these bills show up for $9.99 and $14.99 and a bunch of money that we don't have. We got bills to pay, Jack. So yeah, it worked out. I am living proof that the Black Friday deals were awesome. Archmage Frey seems plausible. I think that's part of what happened to the podcast. They were getting hit for using clips from their own streams. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to do that too. YouTube, the rules, they're always just changing things up. What's going to save us money? Let's change a rule. We get to keep more money if we change rules. F the streamers, we got, or content creators, we got plenty of them. Whichever ones we lose, we'll just pick up some more, because everybody's got to put out their content, right? But yeah, podcasts, I know they got demonetized. I remember I've been demonetized twice this year. So that the 2 demonetizations is going to be 6 months of no wages. So basically I've lost my YouTube job for half of the year, with almost 3 months left in my sentence. Oh, but what I watched last night on Paramount Plus was South Park, what's it called? The Joining the Panderverse. Oh, it was brilliant. Still goofy as hell, as we like South Park to be, but some of the concepts that they were hitting upon were just brilliant. Not only were they making fun of some of the chodes out there on the interwebs, but they were also putting out content, putting out a series or an episode that made fun of the Chodes, but also the Chodes were in on it as well. Even if they didn't know they were in on it, they're being made fun of, but they also latched onto all the messages that were in there, not knowing that they're being made fun of themselves. But hey, what you gonna do? I thought it was brilliant, and I also love the idea, the side story that nobody knows how to do anything anymore. It reminds me of when, I guess it was the Romans that forgot how to make concrete for quite a while. They used to make concrete and make all kinds of cool stuff, and then they just forgot. I can see that a lot of people have forgotten how to do things like fix an oven door, a broken oven door. I don't know how to fix a broken oven door, but I'll figure it out. I know for a fact that I'll figure it out pretty damn quick just by looking at it. But I can't off the top of my head say, oh yeah, I know what's wrong with it. Let me go ahead and fix it. That's what YouTube videos are for. But yeah, I see that in my daily lives. I'm like, you know, the younger generation, my step kid. I'm like, he's a smart kid. So much he doesn't even know that he should know at his age. I knew at my age, but it's a whole different world these days. Now you can watch Good Burger 2. You know what, John Smith? I never watched, while I've always been aware of, I've never watched Good Burger 1, but now there's a Good Burger 2. In cahoots with Arby's, who are now serving a Good Burger in promotion of the new Good Burger 2 movie. Yes, I can watch that. I'd have to watch part 1 first, I think. Both are available on whatever streaming service they're on. I can't remember which shows are on which streaming services nowadays. But hey, I'm going to be able to start watching whatever the latest season of Lower Decks. I'm going to be able to watch that. I think it's all finished, right? I think all episodes are out. I can get caught up. I can binge watch. Lower Decks is a show I like to binge watch. It's like, I don't want to wait every week for a cartoon. I'd rather just watch them all in a row. Put a woman in it and make her gay. And the story lame. That was so funny. That was so absolutely funny. Yeah, put a chick in it. Season 5 for Fargo just started on Hulu. Fargo. Love the movie. I don't think I've ever seen any of the TV series. And isn't it kind of an anthology? I don't know this for a fact, but isn't it an anthology seasons? Each season's a new story. I don't know if that's true or not. Kind of just seemed that way. John Burns, love you too. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Yes, Max has a deal. It's just a couple bucks. It was just like a couple bucks. Maybe it was 99 cents. Can't remember. Maybe it was $1.99. But I think it's like either 3 months or 6 months. The only one that was a 12-month deal is Hulu and Disney Plus, which is great. That's awesome. Any deal, any break you can get nowadays is awesome. Hey, it's good. How you doing? Hey, JP. Interestingly, Red Letter Media created a separate highlights channel recently and then completely deleted it after a couple of weeks. I wonder if it was a similar thing. I bet you it was. I bet you it was. And, you know, who knows what YouTube's doing, but I do know that the YouTube audience, I've been researching this, the YouTube audience is changing. Their interests are changing. People are starting to go back to wanting more authentic content. You know, people just talking to the camera, talking about their lives, things like that. They're getting tired of all of the Mr. Beast, fancy, shiny, happy videos, forced personality type thing. I have nothing against Mr. Beast. I think the guy's brilliant for what he's done on YouTube, but I get tired as hell of his content. I'm like, 1 or 2 videos, I'm like, okay, that was interesting because I was interested in the topic, but usually I'm just like, oh, this is just so produced, overproduced. People are starting to want to just hang out, watch people talk about their lives, things like that. And I get it. I'm kind of that way too. Sam Easton says, gotta go. Family coming soon. You're in my prayers, bro. Jaloja indeed, my friend. Jaloja indeed. Jaloja one and all. Oh, wait a minute. Did I press the button? Where's the correct button? I used to have it key mapped. I guess I don't. Let's do it again. Jaloja! There we go. Now you guys got a little Jaloja in your ears. Ew. Have a great one, Sam Easton. Thank you so much. Andrew wants to know if any of you guys watched the Fargo series. I've seen trailers for it for the different seasons. It looks really good. I just got so much time to watch things. And even with all the new streaming services that I signed up for yesterday, with a lot of interesting stuff on them, I have to wait. My wife is in the middle of binge watching Shameless, the American version, the US version of Shameless, which is a good show. I don't care about it, but I'll sit there and watch some with her, and it's a good show. But she's binge watching it, and it turns out, I looked this up yesterday and almost cried. Fell to my knees and cried because she's on season 3, and I'm like, oh, let's see how much more of this we got to go through. There's 11 seasons of that show, and every season's 12 episodes, except for one of them's like 14 episodes. So she has a lot more to go through. I'm like, we're never going to be able to watch any of this stuff. But oh well, she's happy, I'm happy. Lower Decks recent season is good. Oh, I have no doubt. I've enjoyed all seasons of Lower Decks. I assume the latest season and the upcoming season that they're working on right now are all going to be great, because it's just a bit of fun. It's a bit of very, very in-depth Star Trek humor. What's up, Barry? How you doing? Chris says, haha, JP, that was the funniest video title I've ever seen. Thank you. I've been working on it for weeks. No, it just popped in my head real quick for when I was posting, when I was putting this, scheduling this video, because I feel like I effed myself. And YouTube, in turn, not understanding things, effed me, helped me F myself. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. I've been monetized the entire time. My first demonetization was at the beginning of the year. And then my second demonetization is right now. We're in the middle of it. We're sitting here in the middle of it, waiting for the lights to go out, because they will. They're about to go out, I guarantee. What's up, Beaumont resident? How you doing? Who is happy? I just jumped in chat. We're all happy, 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 joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Oh, announcement. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but today's the day. It's all scheduled. Don't know if you saw it. Don't know if I even posted about it on the community chat, though I meant to. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Today, in just a couple hours from now, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 5 o'clock my time, other times for other time zones, we are going to be streaming on Twitch. We're going to be watching the newer RoboCop movie that came out a few years ago. Right there on Twitch, you come hang out, watch RoboCop with me. We can talk mad trash about it or mad love about it. I don't remember if I liked it or not. It's hard to tell if anything's good. You can't really trust what other people say in this internet algorithm day and age, because complaining is where you get the clicks, is where you get the validation for living on this planet. So it's hard to know if anything's good or not by listening to anything on the internet. Maybe it sucks, maybe it doesn't. All I know is a lot of work to make, I'm sure. Andrew says, I hear Macaulay Culkin is finally getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Hooray! Hooray for you, Macaulay Culkin. I hope you're not left home alone this holiday season. Macaulay Culkin just showed up last week on a new episode of Celebrity Jeopardy. I'm a big Jeopardy fan. Huge Celebrity Jeopardy fan, because that's when I get almost all the answers right when I'm playing along, because they dumb it down a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I got these. Macaulay Culkin was the contestant. He did very well. I don't remember if he won or not, but he knew a lot of really cool stuff. Macaulay Culkin ain't no dummy, you guys. Beaumont resident says, doing great, JP. You looking lean in the face, bro. Best of health to you, my friend, and happy early Turkey Day. That's right, tomorrow. Some of us will be feasting upon the bird known as the turkey. What you talking about, turkey? Jive turkey? Ooh, I wonder if I'll have jive turkey tomorrow. I'll be having turkey twice. I never eat a lot of turkey on Thanksgiving, but I always have some. I don't get like seconds or thirds or anything like that, though I have nothing against it. I just grown out of the flavor palette of turkey. It doesn't excite my taste buds like it used to. I still like it, but I'm not like, oh, good, I need more of this turkey. But tomorrow I got to do 2 Thanksgiving celebrations. One, we're going to go to Jessica's family, also my family now, I guess, because I married into the family. I love those people. We're going to be doing some turkey day over there. And then we're going to be going over to my mom's, and my sister's. My sister lives with my mom now because she moved over here a couple months ago. We're going to be doing a JP family turkey dining experience as well. So I'll be having double the turkey. Well, that's assuming my mom makes turkey. She might make a turkey breast. Over at Jessica's family, we're going to have a full turkey. You know, you're going to see a dead thing on a table that looks like like it used to be a bird. My mom's might just be a turkey breast because we don't have a lot of people over there. We got a lot of people over at Jessica's, though. Andrew says, I've seen the new RoboCop movie in the theater. It's all right. Yeah, I figure it's all right. I saw it too when it was brand new, when it first came to, I don't know, some streaming service years ago, probably Netflix. Maybe I rented it. I don't know, or something. I've seen the new RoboCop movie. I don't remember anything about it really, except for I remember a shootout at some point, and I remember probably thinking, yeah, it's okay, or I didn't care at all. Back in those days, however many years ago, I was probably sitting on the couch by myself on my recliner, by myself drinking hard liquor. So I don't even know if I finished it, but I don't remember much about it. But I'm sure it'll be a fun time with us all together. If you want to watch along or watch one of the future watch parties, because we're going to be doing a bunch over on Twitch, link is in the description of this video. You click on it, follow. That way you'll be made aware of when we're doing watch parties, things, and other types of just chatting streams like this one here. Oh, but JP, I don't do Twitch. I've never been on there. I don't play video games and don't care about them. Twitch is a lot more than that, and you don't need anything except for to click on the link and follow. I don't think it's a big to-do to sign up to watch Twitch. And it's free unless you want to pay, but you don't have to. But happy Turkey Day for all who celebrate. May your turkey and your bellies get stuffed. Chris Andrews says, did they give you a specific deadline when you will be monetized again? Is the length of time longer each time you get demonetized? Not that I know of, not in my experience. It's like they give you like 3 months, not to get remonetized, to have the opportunity to apply to get remonetized. So 3 months goes by, and then all of a sudden a tab on the earn tab on YouTube on your dashboard will be highlighted, and you can actually click on it to reapply. And so then they'll go through and they'll check your channel and see if they say, hey, yeah, we'll let you monetize or not. We shall see. Now, the last time I got demonetized and the timer was finally up and I was able to click on remonetize, like an hour later, it said, nope, you didn't get remonetized. Sorry. But then another hour after that, all of a sudden it was monetized. So they said no, but then all of a sudden, without me doing anything, they said yes, but you do have to wait that 3 months. The tab is not even available to you until that time is up. So I think I got till like January 20th something, 25th, 24th. I don't know, something like that. That tab will become active, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on it hard. But like I said, on the second channel, which I was doing some work on that today, I decided, hey, this sucks that this channel, because what I did when that channel didn't get monetized, partially monetized last week, I erased all Orville shorts from it. I've already erased all Orville shorts from this channel. But the other channel, I'm like, well, that sucks. Now there's not a bunch of Orville shorts out there for people to see and get excited or interested or learn about the Orville so they can start watching the Orville and become part of the best fandom there is in the world. So what I did was I'm like, okay, you know what? This second channel, I don't care if it gets monetized. It doesn't matter. It's going to be for fun. The link is in the description below. The channel is now called the Shortville. And I'm reloading back up all the 150 Orville shorts I've created over this year. About 3 or 4 a day. You can't put them all up at once. YouTube doesn't like that, and you can't put them up one after another. You kind of got to at least wait an hour between uploading all these videos. So I'm putting up maybe 3 or 4 a day, because also once you start getting past 3 or 4, they stop serving up the videos to people. So it's a long process, but the link is down below. You can subscribe to it, watch some shorts. I probably got at least 10 or 12 up there right now, but I'll be adding about 3 or 4 every single day until I run out. And I'm not going to run out for a very long time, but also I'll be making some new ones. So that channel is for people to help people discover the Orville. It's there to have promotion for the Orville, to have give people some laughs, some things to think about. And it's just for fun. So if you want to be part of the Shortville community, just subscribe, watch some videos, more be coming every single day. And then eventually there'll be some new ones and some videos that aren't the Orville, because I'm going to be putting up a bunch of the new Ted series shorts. I'll be making Ted series shorts and putting them up there as well. Maybe some Million Ways to Die in the West. Basically Fuzzy Door, Seth MacFarlane stuff, except for occasionally I'll find something that I really like and maybe I'll put it up there as well. But I really like bringing awareness to Seth MacFarlane's Fuzzy Door Productions and anything that Seth makes. Yeah, Curtis Tate says Twitch is easy. It is. You just kind of click on it and watch. Dean Kirkwood, how you doing? That Seth Trek is awesome. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you very much. I remember years ago I came up with the whole Seth Trek thing, and I'm like, we need some designs. We need some Seth Trek designs. Don't know if I don't know what's up with the whole demonetization thing when it comes to YouTube showing stuff from the EGOTASTIC FUNTIME shop, but there should be the Seth Trek hats pinned to this video. I mean, there's hoodies and shirts and stuff of it too, and a couple of other designs. I have the new Boom Engineering design available as well. Don't know if it's showing up on this video or not. If it is, tis the season to start buying people things, and I know that there's Black Friday deals right now on that product website, so maybe you can grab some of the designs for cheaper. Get you a hat, get you a hoodie, get grandma's Seth Trek shirt. Oh, Brian Dawkins says, I went back and watched the part of the stream I missed yesterday. Oh, Nicola, that darn cat. Yeah, she was all up in my business. She's been up in my business for days. She's been hanging out in the office. She's not in here now. I've been making sure to close the studio door, the office door. But she was bugging us last night while we were trying to sleep, just crawling all over us. So I had to grab her and throw her out of the room and close the door. I don't know if it has to do with that time of year. It's cold outside. She don't like that. She's a jungle kitty. She likes it warm and humid. I don't know why. She's covered in hair. I'm covered in hair, and I don't like warm and humid. I like it cold outside. Why can't we have short form as normal videos? You can make short videos as normal videos if they're not vertical, if they're just the regular, whatever the format that I'm in right now, the widescreen. You can put up short videos. They won't show up as shorts. They'll show up as regular videos. But I will tell you, shorts do get promoted by YouTube. When you put up a short, they will serve it up to a few thousand people before they say yay or nay. So it's a great way to get new audience members, new subscribers. The views aren't going to make you that really hardly any money at all unless you get millions of views. This channel was getting millions of views, 10, 15 million views a month with all the shorts that were on here. And that does add up to an okay amount. It's nothing crazy, but you can make some money off shorts if you're monetized. and they serve up your stuff. It's not like a whole, it's not a ton of money, but it's something. But you got to get a lot of views, a lot. Brian says, I care for the bear. Ted head forever. All right. And that's another thing we're going to have to talk about. Eventually, I'm going to go through, I'm going to rewatch Ted 1 and Ted 2. I don't even think I ever finished Ted 2. I've definitely seen Ted 1 a bunch of times, but it's been a while. And get everybody up to date on the Ted films before the Ted series comes out January 11th. Of course, Seth MacFarlane plays Ted. Scott Grimes plays the dad. I believe the kid that played the kid from If the Stars Should Appear, episode 4 of season 1 of the Orville, plays the main kid that eventually grows up to become Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch in the films, because this is a prequel. I think Lysella, the actress that plays Lysella in Majority Rule and Future Unknown in the Orville, plays the sister. Don't know who plays the mom. I'm sure I could find out, but I haven't gotten into doing research for the series yet. So I just know how the internet is. You put something out too early, it's too early. When it's time to actually start talking about the thing, people are already over it. They don't want to connect to that content. So you just got to wait till it's a little bit closer. Like we were talking about yesterday, how movie trailers used to come out a few months before the movie was coming out in the theater. You didn't know nothing about it. And then all of a sudden there was a trailer on television. You're like, oh, I want to see that. And the movie came out. Now we're learning about stuff 2, 3, 5, 10 years before it comes out. All right, Barry, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. TED Talks session. Yeah, I was going to call it Talking Ted. I thought about TED Talk, but of course, that's a great way to get sued by somebody. Well, we already have TED Talk. It's a whole series of people talking about blah, 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 blah. Well, no one's got Talking Ted, and I already do Talking the Orville. Might as well do Talking Ted. It stays in brand for this channel, though I love the idea of TED Talks. Maybe I'll be able to play around with that at some point. What's up, Elihu? Who? Let's call you Doctor Who. 28 currently watching, 29 thumbs up. Keep it up, fellow weirdos. Yes, thank you very much for your for showing up. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your donations, PayPal tips, Patreon, becoming a Patreon. Always a good thing to help keep the lights on here and keep us going until this channel gets monetized again. Stupid YouTube. Kroom says, yep, it's a full-on Orville mill, that. Are you British, Kroom? I said that not with a British accent, but with a British cadence. That's how I read it. No. Ted is capitalized. Don't capitalize Ted. Yeah, for the Ted series, the Seth MacFarlane series, that it's all lowercase. That's true. I bet you that makes a difference. Though I would hate for people looking for a TED Talk to show up and be disappointed by the content. Talking TED Talk. John Gill, how did I F myself? Well, it all started with a glass of wine and the lights were low. No, what I did was the demonetization thing. I don't know for sure, but I have to do I did a lot of investigation and putting pieces of information together. I think I effed myself and got demonetized because I was moving all of my shorts that are on this channel over to another channel because I wanted to start getting rid of all the shorts on this channel and just have a whole other channel dedicated to shorts. So in the process of doing that, I think YouTube said, oh, you got the same content on 2 different channels. You're reusing content, reusing my own content. So they're like, F you, JP. You're a dick, JP. I'm like, oh, man, you guys, I didn't mean to be that way. So they demonetized me. Wish they'd start giving some warnings. Warnings would be really cool, YouTube. Why no warnings? So I think my demonetization is my own fault, because all my videos are up. They didn't have any problems with any of my videos. It must have been the fact that some of the shorts were on both channels, because I was in the process of transferring them over, and then I was going to erase them. They didn't give me time for that. Ted E time. E for ego. Teddy go. Ah, and then it says Teddy. Teddy go. Whoa. Go, go, Teddy, go. Actually, with 52,000 subscribers, sinking under 4,000 hours is kind of unlikely. Yeah, with the shorts that I was putting out on this channel, I was getting like 100,000 hours of watch time per month. It doesn't count money wise the way it would count with long form videos, even though it's a lot of damn watch time. They pay you in just a couple cents per view, as opposed to a couple dollars per view for the longer videos. So yeah, I had plenty of views, and millions of views, and 100,000 watch hours. So that was never a problem. But I'm not going to be doing any shorts on this channel that are on the other channel now. I'll still do occasional shorts here that need to be done. Either some joke off the top of my head, because I got to start doing more EGOTASTIC FUNTIME JP stuff on this channel, as well as Orville stuff and Ted stuff and other Seth MacFarlane stuff. Got to mix it up a little bit. John Gill says, I was demonetized without warning or any kind of message. I believe it. That's how YouTube does it. They don't care. They got all the content creators they ever need. They don't even need to pay them. They can just demonetize them and still put ads on their videos, and YouTube gets the ad money for other people's content. They don't care. They don't need anybody, any individual. They're not afraid to get rid of anybody because they have so much. Kelly says, please keep your shorts on. I'm wearing pants. Sometimes I wear shorts, but I usually wear pants, especially this time of year. Got my big boy pants on. Yep. John Gill says, I never noticed demonetized starts with demon. YouTube, demon. Brian says, I hope people use the link I posted on X to see Yonderland. That was a great show. I saw that post, Brian, and I shared it. So hopefully people see it. They click on it. Links are very tough on social media. Social media really, when it comes to sharing a link, you post it, you repost it, they let hardly anyone see it. So it's almost not even worth putting links on anything anymore. You got to just talk about the thing you want to talk about and just say, hey, Google it. Then they'll let people see it. Another reason I can't stand social media, of many reasons. They don't want you to share anything unless you want to pay. You got to pay to play. But who's got money to play? Kevin Scott says, hey, JP, don't know anything about Ted. I haven't even seen a trailer. There is a trailer up, came out last week. You can check it out on YouTube. You can check it out on Peacock, because the show will be on Peacock's January 11th. Don't know how many episodes it's going to be. Probably just a handful, I'm guessing. Maybe 10. That'd be kind of cool. But it looks very funny. It's just the trailer is just 1993 Ted writing a letter to himself in the future, aka modern day, and the modern day Ted is reading what the 1993 Ted was saying and commenting on the things that he was saying. It's funny. It's very funny. I recommend it. Check it out on YouTube, Peacock. Twitter, Seth MacFarlane posted it. Tom Costantino posted it. It's everywhere at this point. You just got to probably just do a little look-see, just a little Ted trailer thing. You'll see it. Doctor Who. I'm just gonna say Doctor Who, Elihu. Gotta go shopping. Need one more piece to complete my cosplay for FanFest San Francisco this weekend. Oh goodness, what are you dressing up as? Emmanuel Shepard, I'm sorry to be late. Any news on the Orville? Probably covered this already. Actually, we didn't. Nobody asked. There's no news on the Orville as of yet. Of course, rumors are starting to come out from, you know, the clickbaiters saying, oh, the Orville's canceled. The Orville's not canceled. It's also not renewed as far as has been announced. It might have been renewed in the back channels or maybe just put on hold a little bit longer because they're trying to still figure out stuff with everything. You got the economy, you got people are being streamed out. They're kind of getting tired of it, paying for the streaming services. They're getting tired of content. Except for maybe on YouTube. And even I mean, YouTube's got all this free stuff and I'm kind of getting burnt out on YouTube content as well. People aren't getting paid, you know, so they're probably putting a little bit of a, hey, let's just hold off a little bit more because this show's going to cost a ton of money. John Gills, yeah, right there. Emmanuel, they just got out of their strikes. I still think, I think news is still a bit away. Yeah, it's probably a little bit because even with the strikes, even though the strikes are over, they're not officially, the guild has not officially voted on anything yet. Everyone has to vote on the deal to make it official. I think that's happening right now. I mean, I got lots of friends that are posting, hey, here's my little vote thing. I get the opportunity to vote. We'll probably know more about that in a day or two. Maybe today. Maybe the news is already out. Maybe it came out when I started streaming. It's moments away. But yeah, no Orville news as of yet, except for, and this isn't even news, this is just something I just know because I thought about it, is the Orville is going to take a while to make. It's a big show. And it's got with a huge budget. Even though they did 10 episodes, it took them 3 years to film it. But, you know, some of that had to do with, of course, with COVID. We don't have that issue anymore. I'm also guessing because I know that the studios are keeping the COVID restrictions that suck till like 2025. So maybe they want to wait until all the COVID restrictions are gone. Especially so that they can travel overseas and film Sympathy for the Devil, which requires a trip overseas to Eastern Europe to make. But God, so much content, so much stuff out there to keep us busy. It's too many shows, too many movies. Even when I was all the streaming services I was setting up the Fire TV so that all the new streaming services are there and ready to click on and watch stuff. And I was going through all of them. I'm like, God, look at all this stuff. And I still don't see anything I truly want to jump into right now. But there's hundreds and thousands of TV shows and movies and 100 years worth of content that they've been making that we need to catch up on. Let us catch up, Hollywood. Let's watch all these shows that you want us to watch so that we can start into the new shows. I think the only thing that there's a bunch of new stuff coming out is Christmas stuff. We were talking about it yesterday. Hallmark they greenlit 1 billion Christmas movies for this year. So we're going to have a lot of Christmas movies to watch. Will it even be any good? Probably not. Some of them will be okay. Nothing's going to change your life. Yeah, productions are starting back up, but of course, everything takes a long time to film. If they start filming even a simple TV show now, it'll be 6 months to a year before it comes out. Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson and Seth are friends. Maybe it was his idea. Could be. Yeah, right now, Twitter is too busy defending the Scream 6 actress who made anti-Semitic comments. Yeah, I've seen stuff about that online. I didn't look into it because I just don't look into that stuff. I'm so tired of stories about stuff people say that make other people mad. Uh, I saw that was happening though. I just didn't look into what it was all about. So tired of people's random opinions on almost anything on social media. All 7 episodes of Ted are scheduled to be released on January 11th, 2024. Oh, so we're getting all 7 episodes, Brian is saying. All 7 episodes of the new Ted series, which were finished editing over the summer. I talked to Tom Constantino from the Orville, is the editor for the Ted series. He said, I talked to him on the phone, I don't know, like a week or two before he said, he goes, oh yeah, I'll be finished like in a week or two with editing the show. But that was back in the summer. But then the strike started, so then they had to stop that. So that's cool. We'll be able to watch all of Ted on the same day. So that's gonna be a binge watch right there. And then it's back to the Orville, Seth. Right now, Twitter is too busy defending. Oh, yeah. I read that already. Yeah. Scream. That's a series I never cared about. Nothing wrong with it. If you like it, you like it. That's fine. But man, there's too many of those for me. Oh, God, who's the killer going to be this time? Is there anyone left to secretly have been the killer? I think everyone's the Scream killer at this point. Well, actual anti-Semitic comments I support. I don't like vomiting. Vomiting is horrible. The act of vomiting, purging, binge watching, and purge watching. What would purge watching be? We know what binge watching is. What's purge watching? That's probably what Netflix does. Let's watch things and cancel them. Let's purge them from our service, from our platform. International community has called it a genocide, and she just repeated the statement. Oh, it's just like a retweet type thing, right? Archmage Frey says, I love not being on Twitter. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. It's the only one I'm really on. Of course, I have Facebook, but I only very rarely post anything on there. And it's just so that my mom sees what I'm doing. It's not for anybody else. Basically, all my anything I post on Facebook is, hey, Mom, here I am. I'm alive. I'm well. Let's hang out. I mean, I don't say that literally. It's just so she knows I'm alive. But I'm on Twitter. I don't really post much on there or comment on there. But all I post on there really is like, hey, renew the Orville. You know, I'll do a couple of those every day. And then every once in a while, if something dumb pops in my head that I think's funny, I'll try to craft it into a post. But also, I've curated the hell out of my Twitter. So when I go on Twitter, it's basically just Orville posts, which is a lot of fun. Orville posts, Star Trek posts. Some randos will slide into the news feed at some point, but new movies, things like that. It's a pretty mellow Twitter page that I have. So that's why it hasn't driven me crazy yet. Facebook years ago started driving me crazy, so I just stopped posting on it. And then also all the things that these social media network platforms do, they just start limiting your posts. Oh, you're not paying us any money? We're not going to let a lot of people see your posts then. Got tired of that, nosed it very early, and I was like, oh, feels dirty to post stuff now because, it's, everything's money. Tommy Pickles did a purge watch once. The Purge. All crime is legal for 24 hours. I'm a purge watcher. John Gill says, I made it 5 minutes into the second Purge movie and gave up on the series. The idea well, the idea would never come true because it's a really stupid idea, but it's an interesting idea to see play out in live action where all crime is legal for 24 hours just to help people, you know, get over it. Here, do some crime. And that way the rest of the year you won't do any crime because you feel like you've had your fill. That would never be the case. That's not how humans work. But it's a very interesting idea to see play out. Hard to have a franchise if you only have one single idea. Let's think. Let's think of a franchise that has one single idea. There's got to be out. They got to be out there. Yes, for season 4 of the Orville, I feel the same way, Brian. I wonder what Claire and Isaac's married life is like. There's got to be a lot of material to play on there. How's Isaac will sometimes dress up in weird things, not understanding. I'd love to see Isaac dressed up like in a fedora and a little suit and have the paper under his arm and he wants to mow the lawn, but they don't have a lawn. How's he doing with the kids? He's a stepfather now, like an official stepfather. Well, I guess he's always up. I'm assuming he doesn't sleep, but I'm guessing he pretends to sleep and he gets up and the kids are there and they need their breakfast and all that jazz. How's Isaac doing with that? Did Kelly and Ed follow through with that moment of hand holding there, where we're led to believe, things might work out between these two crazy kids? Did it work out? Anaya, Ed's daughter, what happened there? The Mocklin and the Krill, how long are they gonna put up with each other before they start going crazy and start being at war with each other? So many things going on. Charlie Burke, did she really die, or did Priya show up right before she died and snatched her out of the timeline? Oh, Priya doesn't exist anymore. She doesn't have a wormhole to travel through time anymore. She couldn't have gotten Charlie. Yes, she could, because in the Orville's timeline, which precedes Priya's timeline, hundreds of years later, time travel was invented. So now Priya has access to time travel again. Probably a different version of Priya, but still Priya. Maybe she's a good guy now. Who says, can't believe Mark Hamill is charging $300 for a photo while Henry Winkler is only charging $80. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Why do I believe it? Because there's a lot of Star Wars fans that'll pay $300 for a photo with Luke Skywalker. Whereas there's not a lot of people clamoring to get a picture with the Fonz. They only charge what they can get for it. If people wouldn't pay that, they would charge less for it. But also, the line to take pictures with Mark Hamill is probably a lot longer of a line than the picture to take pictures with the Fonz. So it's like, okay, we can't do all these photos, so let's just charge more and do less photos. Whereas Henry Winkler, who's a sweetheart, is like, everybody gets a picture with the Fonz. Hey, Don Ranger Power, hello JP and all, and happy Thanksgiving Eve. Hope everyone is well. I'm pretending to be well. I hope everyone else is pretending to be well as well. But same to you, Don. I hope you are happy. I hope you're gonna have plenty of room in that tum-tum for turkey tomorrow. Archmage says, my favorite Purge was the original series episode, The Return of Archons. I can't remember what's the storyline for The Return of Archons. When it comes to the original series, I know more about the storylines than I remember about the titles of the episodes. Well, some episodes, of course, you'll never forget. The Land Before Time has one single idea. Jurassic Park has one single idea. And that's a big-ass franchise series that they will not stop making. Please stop making Jurassic Park films. Please. You've seen one, you've seen them all. they didn't think, they didn't stop to think if they should create dinosaurs, but they did it anyway. Stupid science. That's the idea of every single film. Everything's going good until it's not. Oh, we thought the dinosaurs would be cool. Every single time. You still have a great time watching. I actually, Jessica and I watched the latest Jurassic Park film on one of the streaming services probably about 2 weeks ago. It was something to watch. It was, we enjoyed it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, good. Here we go again. That's how you stop a dinosaur. Get tired of that. That's not going to work. That's going to get your hand bit off. Did they find in the petrified bones of dinosaurs when they studied them? They say, oh man, nobody had hands back then. If they had hands and they put them up, dinosaurs would listen to you. Shut up, Jurassic Park. I know our initials are the same, but still. But anyway, I had fun watching the dumb movie just because I know it's a dumb movie and I don't care if it's good or not. It was fun. The land before time. I need another line that rhymes with time. Need an Isaac's Day episode similar to the Data one. Not only Data, but Dr. Phlox had a Doctor's Day episode. There's Dr. Phlox had one, Data had one. I wonder if Bashir had one. I don't remember. I don't know DS9 as well as I know the other series. Oh, but Data's was great, wasn't it? Data's Day. Isaac's Day. Aw. Now I want that. Sharknado, that's one idea that's got a huge franchise attached to it. Archmage Frey says, I'm still waiting for the multiverse of Malloy. Ooh. Well, we already know that one of the Gordons, when he got split into like 5 or 6 different Gordons and thrown through time, one of them ended up in the at least the early 90s and has a son and a family with a talking teddy bear. Because Scott Grimes is in that show, so I'm just assuming that that's just one of the Gordons. One of his his lifetimes put into the past. One of them went to World War II. One of them, one of the Gordons ended up becoming friends with these little critters, and he looked younger. John Gill, Kelly, and Ed. Nah, Ed still has the secret feelings for the Krill dictator. Oh, Ed better give up on that Talia thing. Talia is gone. Sad. We love Talia, even though she's evil as F, but she's gone too far. I don't think she could ever be redeemed. The only way Talia can be redeemed is she says, oh, I was wrong. Man, I suck. And then dies. If she has regret right before she dies, she'll be redeemed. If she keeps living, she can never be redeemed. Yeah, I said it. Take that, Krill. Dictator. Dictator. Do taters have dicks? I don't know. Maybe the male ones do, of course, but the female taters probably do not. Oh, well, Talia is a dictator and Talia is female. Maybe she's a female tater. John Gill says, Henry Winkler was born on October 30th, same as me. Happy birthday in October, Henry Winkler and John. I saw that on IMDb on my birthday. All right. IMDb. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Godzilla. That's a single idea franchise. And I think almost every Godzilla movie is a remake. The one with what's-her-face, Millie Bobby Brown, I think she's in a couple of Godzilla movies. I think those are sequels, but all the other ones I think are mostly just remakes. I want to make a Godzilla movie. Oh, we made one last year. Well, this Godzilla movie is different because it's a different city. I don't know. Godzilla is like the only franchise where they do remakes very close to each other. Brian says the Archons had festival where people went nuts for 24 hours. Ah, that's the Purge. I get it now. Mr. Tommy Pickles, to be fair, it only worked for Chris Pratt because he had an established relationship with the Raptor pack, particularly the Alpha Blue. In the new movie, it's not really a spoiler. It is a spoiler, but if you haven't seen it, it's not an important spoiler. Blue is still around. Dinosaurs are off the island and amongst the people in the newer one. And Blue's out there just living Blue's life. And Blue ain't hurting anybody. Yeah, right. But it's like, oh, you're rooting for Blue in the new movie. And I'm like, that's a dangerous monster of an animal. Put her down. Make her a chick and make it lame. Blue. Yeah, but his hand, Chris Pratt's hand ability works for all dinosaurs. And even the other people in the new movie were doing the hand thing. He had at least 3 people in the newer movie doing the hand thing. Mr. Tommy Pickles, JP Forever, JP and Jurassic Park together. Finally. I need some liquid. My voice is starting to hurt. Or my throat. My voice feels fine. My throat that my voice passes through starting to wear and tear a little bit. And I got another live stream to do today. In case you didn't know, we're going to be watching RoboCop Watch Party on Twitch, EGOTASTIC FUNTIME on Twitch. Check it out. Join us. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They went too far with Talia, says Curtis Tate. Yeah, Talia is we'll see Talia again, but man, the character is too far gone to be saved. Legacy of Monsters. That I saw a thumbnail for Legacy of Monarch Legacy of Monsters just yesterday. Isn't Kurt Russell in that movie? Don't remember what streaming service it's on. It's hard to it's hard to promote stuff because everything's on a different service and it's hard to keep it all straight, right? And plus, a month later, that same show will move over to another streaming service because they're all just jumbling around. Juggle. Get your money. But that looks like a fun movie. At least from the thumbnail, it looked fun. Don Ranger Power says, without Godzilla, neither Gamera or Ultraman, nor is it Kamen Rider or Kamen Rider? I don't know. I'm not that deep into the universe. Pronounced like common, nor Super Sentai would have not existed. True. In certain Ninja Turtle multiverses, the Ninja Turtles wouldn't have existed without Shredder. But now they can be separate entities. I saw the new animated Ninja Turtle movie, also on one of the streaming services. Can't remember which one. Totally enjoyed it. Totally enjoyed the animation style. Enjoyed the story and the humor. No Shredder, but at the end of the movie, they led you to believe if they do a sequel, the sequel will have Shredder in it. I wanted Shredder. I have a hard time watching the Ninja Turtles without them having to go up against Shredder. Babies, they are stupid babies. Old school Ninja Turtle fans know what movie that's from. John Gill says, wow, when you said JP and Jurassic Park together and reached for your drink, I thought you'd get dinosaur figures. Is it figures or fingers? And do the Firefly scene with We Call It This Land. This land is my land. This land is your land. From California to the New York Island. Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. He's old as F nowadays, but he's still Kurt Russell. He's been around. He's been an actor since he was a preteen. He's been around forever. Kurt Russell was even in an episode of Gilligan's Island. Brian says, I want to see the Godzilla movie where Japan goes bankrupt getting rid of the dead Godzilla. It was released 2 years ago. Oh, so they got dead Godzilla and they're like, man, this thing is so huge. How do we get rid of it? Simple. Step 1, burn it with fire. Step 2, chill out a bit. See what happens. Part 3, burn it with fire again. You can feed the world with a Godzilla. How many Godzillas do we need to feed everyone on the planet? Just one. One's all you need. Meant would have. Yeah, would have not existed. Gotcha. The first trailer for Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 has been released. I think, I didn't see a trailer, but I think I saw a thumbnail for Crisis on Infinite Earths. On one of these streaming services, I think I saw that. DC animated movie. I heard Disney is thinking about making animated movies again. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I don't care either way, to tell you the truth. But I think they decided, hey, you know what? We started this whole adventure drawing things. Maybe we should continue to draw things. People seem to like it when we drew things. Before we recast all of our drawn things movies with real life people movies. Don Ranger Power says, I have seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem on Paramount Plus, and I must be brutally honest, I thought it was so-so movie overall, but with a decent cast and score. Yeah, as far as the story goes, I don't think about it much. I just thought it was an okay way to spend my time for 2 hours. That's all I'm looking for nowadays when it comes to movies and TV shows. Just make it so I feel like, that was an okay time. That was worth spending a little time with. And Don also says, of course, each to their own. However, the 1990 live action movie is my #1 movie adaptation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, period. Cowabunga. Cowabunga, dude. Agreed. I even liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, or Turtles Through Time. I can't remember. Part 2 sucked, but Part 3 was pretty decent, and Part 1 is the best. I watched that movie because that was what, 1990, 1991, when that movie came out. It finally came out. I saw it in the theater a couple times. That was back in the days when I saw movies a couple times in the theater because I was a kid. You get attention spans for that sort of thing. And you didn't have the opportunity to just watch a thing all day, every day on your phone or television. So I saw Ninja Turtles in the movie a couple times, but then it came out on VHS. Snatched that up. Maybe I got it for Christmas or something. Man, I watched that thing twice a day for at least 3 months. So I have seen that movie a lot of times, though it has been decades since I've seen it. But I think about it sometimes. I think about that movie. Isn't that weird? If it wasn't for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batman would never have enjoyed pizza. Is that where Batman got his pizza from? I wonder what Gotham City pizza is like. You know, Gotham was modeled after New York, but does it have New York style pizza? Which of course would be Gotham style pizza. And if they do, is it good? Or is it crappy like everything else in Gotham City? Gotham City is where good things go to be bad. Yeah, Kurt Russell was a child actor. Now he's a geezer actor. Perfect career. Yeah, I like Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell, my dad used to talk about Kurt Russell because my dad, oh God, I don't know, 60, 70 years ago. I mean, my dad's been gone for 20 years, but he used to talk about how, because we lived in Southern California, Kurt Russell, the kid actor Kurt Russell, came into town to make a movie at one point, and young kid Kurt Russell was into baseball. And my dad played baseball for, high school, middle school, something like that. And Kurt Russell would come and watch the games that my dad was playing in. Not for my dad, for the whole thing, but So he would be playing a game and he would see Kurt Russell, the kid, over in the stands or over off the side of a gate watching from afar. Monarch Legacy is a series. First 2 episodes were good. Ooh, episodes. Man, there are so many things out. And I used to prefer TV shows, right? Over movies. Because I'm like, I want to live with the thing, really get into it. But as you get older, you have less and less time for things. Responsibilities just mount up. And so now every time I see something, I'm like, ooh, that sounds really interesting. Oh God, it's 10, 12 episodes. I don't got time for that. Why can't things be movies anymore? I still think TV shows are better. You get more story. But I'm like, I don't have time for a whole TV show. There's too many TV shows, but I can spend an hour and a half, 2 hours to watch a movie and get some of a story. Yeah, no option, Mateo, no options for super chats. This channel has been demonetized for the rest of the year by YouTube treachery, by the robots. But once we get remonetized, there'll be super chats. I do not think we're going to be going back to memberships, though. It just gets so confusing with the memberships. YouTube takes a big cut out of it. I don't want people think they're supporting this, wanting to support this channel, and then YouTube gets a big cut. So I'm thinking of not doing memberships anymore once we get remonetized. Yeah, figuring it out, clamoring to figure out what to do with this demonetization thing. And I was looking forward to working all week doing Uber rideshare, because I do that to bring in a little extra. But because of the holiday, there's hardly any work going out there. So now I'm extra screwed, extra more screwed than I thought I was going to be. So does Batman and Superman live in the same town? Maybe for I guess they wouldn't even have to, not even for the Justice League, because Superman is so fast. But no, Superman is, Batman is in Gotham City and Superman is in, oh gosh, what's it called? I know the name of it. What's Superman City called, you guys? But no, they're not in the same town, but they do have, their mothers had the same name, Martha. Martha. Superman does everything a Superman can. Hey, Mark Lawrence, you're at Knott's Berry Farm. Ooh, I went to Knott's Berry Farm. They got that wooden roller coaster there. Pretty good roller coaster. It's an old ass wooden roller coaster, but it's still pretty good. Knott's Berry Farm's a good time, and it's not as I don't know what it costs nowadays, but it's usually not as expensive as the other theme parks. And you got the Knott's. Not the Knott's. You got the Peanuts characters. You got the Peanuts gang walking around. You got a giant Snoopy. You got a Woodstock. You got do they have Charlie Brown? I assume they did. They used to. But I hope you have a great time there, Mark. Thanks for dropping in. Coming to you live from Knott's Berry Farm. Emmanuel Shepard says, just bought an excellent Orville tank top for a fellow fan. Highly recommend. Charcoal, of course. More in with the Orville set design colors, I think. More in line with the Orville set design colors, I think. Methinks. Nice. The subtitles say Super Chest. We get Hooters. There's a Hooters in my town. I've been there twice. It's been many years since I've been there. you know, they got the pretty girls and they come sit at your table, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. This is weird. Just ask me what I want from the menu in like a regular restaurant. My date's right here. Calm down. Mateo says, sorry to hear it. It was going to drop a super chat just to say thanks for the good content. Thank you, Mateo. We are doing instant tips with PayPal. So we got PayPal and Patreon in the description of this video. If you guys want to support, everything's appreciated. Everything's needed. Everything is everything everywhere at once. But thank you so much. We will be remonetized. I mean, we're going to keep going throughout the whole year, but we will be remonetized, I assume. I can't get ahead of myself. It is YouTube after all. By hopefully the end of January of next year. Yes, Metropolis. Superman lives in Metropolis, if you could call that living. But don't. Yes, Superman is in Metropolis. Of course, he grew up in Kansas, in Smallville. Oh, right there, Mr. Tommy Pickles says Smallville or Metropolis. The city's Metropolis. The town he grew up in is Smallville. That's the beginning to Superman. The rest of you guys probably got that going on in your head. I'm not going to sing it. Didn't John Williams do the score for that, for the original Superman movie, which of course they've used that track for all the Superman movies? Dun, 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 dun. No, JP, don't do it. You said you weren't going to do it. Don't be a liar. But yes, thank you. Thank you all who want to give a super chest to EGOTASTIC Fun Time. But yeah, YouTube says no monetization for you, JP. You were banned from making a living on YouTube, but we can still make a living off your content on YouTube. Thank you very much. And Spider-Man lives in New York City. Don't know if that's a fake town or not, made up for a comic book. Daredevil lives in New York City in Hell's Kitchen. Flash, is that Star City? Does Flash live in Star City? I can't remember. Oh, the Gremlins theme. Oh, I kind of got a piece of it in my head. Oh, I can't grab it. I can't snatch it. All I can remember, I keep trying to remember it, and all my brains keep saying is Gizmo Caca. Gizmo Caca. Rude. Did they ever do a TV show version of Gremlins? Did they leech off the Gremlins franchise yet? Because that one's ripe for the picking. If they haven't done a Gremlins TV show yet on one of these streaming services, they should. They might have. I know they did a Critters one. I know they did a Critters TV show. They did a Chucky TV show. Gremlins would be pretty good. People think Baby Yoda is cute. Grogu. They think that he's cute. Ooh, a little Gremlins would be extra cute. Gizmo. New York City. Get a rope. X-Men is my favorite theme after Rugrats. Now you're talking about the X-Men cartoon, right? The X-Men cartoon had such a damn good theme song. Back when TV shows had theme songs. Nope, not Gremlins, just Critters. And it was horrible. I figured it was horrible. It was on, that streaming service. I don't even know if that streaming service lasted. Because it was such a side offshoot streaming service that no one was looking for. Nobody asked for the streaming service, the horror streaming service, right? Yep, supposedly a Gremlins TV show is in development. Of course it is. People have heard of Gremlins. We need to make a thing so that we can get some of that name recognition. Name recognition makes money. It's the only thing that makes money anymore, whether it's good or bad. And because it's a recognizable name that people grew up with, whether it's good or bad, everyone's going to say it's bad because it's not as good as it was when I was a child. The movies when I was a little child and impressionable were really great. They left an impression on me. I'm like, yeah, because you had nothing else going on in your life. So the Gremlins movie, I don't remember much about the second one, but the first one is still really good. I watched it like a year or so ago. Hadn't seen it in years. Mateo says, all right, just PayPal'd you a little something to say thank you and help out. Thank you so much, Mateo. Very much appreciated. Very much needed. Thank you so much. I like a little something, something. Jeff B, Jaloja, JP, and all. Jaloja to you as well, Jeff B. Jaloja! Oh, my audio is gone. You guys probably heard it, but I didn't. Oh, well, I assume it played. Don Ranger Power. I love New York. So do the t-shirts. The t-shirts also love New York, but with a heart sign. Here, one of these. Let's do it up. New York, here we come. New York, I love New York. I'm still in love with you, New York. Ryan Adams, you know, that song's a pretty good song. Check it out. But I'm back, back in the New York groove. I'm back in the New York groove. Superman 1978, that's when I was born, was filmed entirely in Canada. Wow. That I did not know at all. And that's back in the day when things weren't entirely filmed in Canada. Many things are entirely filmed in Canada now. Talking to you, Marvel. No, Marvel does Atlanta. Do they do Canada? Talking to you, some Star Trek. Talking to you, Discovery. And many other shows. Canada's got a lot of production going on. Talking to you, Flash on CW. Pretty sure that's filmed in Canada, right? Yeah, Gremlins 2, Electric Boogaloo. No, just Gremlins 2. I don't think it was given very good ratings. I don't remember if it was good or not. Ratings don't mean... I never let ratings decide if something is good or not. People are different. And that's back in the day when we had 2 movie critics. Everyone's a movie critic now. If you have a social media account and a keyboard, you're a movie critic. But back in the day, we only had like 2. Siskel and Ebert. Oh, I should check that out because I only saw it when it was brand new. I was too young to really give it a critique. The second Gremlins is such complete iconic craziness. I know I saw it, but I don't remember hardly anything about it. They just went insane. In the membrane? The Grim Brain? Insane in the Grim Brain. Haha, if you can make it there, you can make it everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere all at once. Canada. Jessica watches a show that's filmed in Canada and supposed to be in Canada. Working Moms. I think it's on Netflix. I've watched a whole ton of it because she watches it. It's a fun show. It's not my usual bag, but it's got some funny bits in it. I remember images in my brain of the female gremlin from Gremlins 2, Tommy Pickles. Hey, what happened to those gremlins that you were having issues with? They just went insane. That happens to gremlins sometimes. The smart gremlin is the best. So gremlins in part 2 are becoming more like Smurfs. And Smurfs were basically like the 7 dwarves. You got the smart Smurf, the fat Smurf, the muscle Smurf, the female Smurf. Same with Gremlins, you guys. Oh my God. Gremlins are just Smurfs that they poured water on. Oh my goodness. We need more critics with integrity. Critics today just want to tear down every superhero movie. Because they want clicks and they have no integrity. Yeah, I said it. They got no integrity. They got no integrity. In the latest episode of South Park, they just needed a place with integrity and a broken door. And boy, did they find it at Tegrity Farms in the broken oven door. I just say we need less critics of any kind. Just let people go watch a thing and enjoy it or not enjoy it. I don't want to hear anyone's opinion, damn it, unless we're having a conversation like this. Conversations are different than saying, hey, I have an opinion and no one's asking for it, but I'm going to put it up. Post. But if you're having, hey, everybody, come in here, let's have a conversation about things. And then you're like, yeah, I didn't like that movie. Oh, I like that movie. Yeah, well, you're crazy. Well, no, you're crazy. Maybe I am. Gargoyle Gremlin, Spider Gremlin. Spider Gremlin does everything a Spider Gremlin can. Electric Gremlin. Was it played by Jamie Foxx? Did anybody get that joke? They broke into the genetics lab. Note to sideline the stream, but out of curiosity, what got the channel demonetized, if you don't mind me asking? Well, I don't know for certain because they don't tell you, but I think I figured it out. I was trying to move all of my shorts that are on this channel, which are no longer on this channel. I was trying to move them over to a second channel so I could have shorts on a second channel and just do long forms and lives on this channel. And they're like, oh, you got the same content on two different channels. That's reused content. I'm like, it's my own content that I made, that I edited myself. But I'm just assuming that's what it was. They don't tell you. Nothing got flagged. All my videos are fine. They're letting everything play, but they said you can't be monetized anymore. Reused content. So I'm thinking, after looking through both channels, I'm like, that's what it was. Because they don't mind if people watch my videos. They just don't want to give me ad revenue because of that. Because usually if there's a problem with your videos, they'll flag the videos. They'll send you little notifications. Oh, this video is doing this or doing that. But I'm sure what it was, because I edited the hell out of all my shorts. That was part of the goal. They should be fine according to the rules that YouTube told me about. But I think it's the fact that I was moving them over, and for a short period of time, they were located same file in two different places. I think that sparked some robot to say, hey, something's going on here, 100101. Chris, if there's a season 4, who would be the one guest star you would like to appear on the Orville? Mine would be Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart would be great, but I'm all about getting some Scott Bakula up into the Orville universe. And of course, Seth MacFarlane has a lot of sway with Patrick Stewart. They are friends. They are co-workers working together on American Dad. But also, Seth MacFarlane worked on Enterprise. He was on 2 episodes of Enterprise, so I'm sure he's got some Scott Bakula sway as well. I'd love to see Scott Bakula play. Ooh, let's have Scott Bakula play Kelly's dad. Let's have Kelly's dad be alive. We don't know if he's dead. We just know people respect her dad. Let's have her dad be Scott Bakula. And he could be, Kelly can make the leap home and go visit her dad. John Gill Mateo, JP took off his shorts, and of course, nobody wants to see that. Some people want to see that. I get messages. I get people slipping into my DMs. I don't respond. But there's some people out there. I assume they're people. But yeah, Patrick Stewart. Captain Mercer, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you too. What would they? That kind of sounded like that kind of sounded like oh God, don't even worry about it. I lost the train of thought. Jerry Ryan would be great. I would love to see Charlize Theron come back as Priya, but a new alternate universe Priya. One that still has the ability to travel through time because of the anti-banana ray, but no longer is a person trying to do bad things. Maybe they're trying to do good things. I'm thinking maybe Priya snatched Charlie Burke before she died, because apparently people that can see and imagine and use their brain in the fourth dimension in 4 dimensions is extremely rare, even hundreds of years into the future, in the 29th century. So much so that they're like, hey, we need a person that can think in 4 dimensions. Charlie Burke from a couple hundred years ago was known to be a person like that. Oh, and she dies in an explosion. Let's snatch her up and use her for whatever we need to use her for. Don Ranger Power says, Sir Patrick Stewart in the Orville? Yes, please. I agree. Yet I would also say that William Shatner, Scott Bakula, and Tim Allen should guest star in the Orville as well. Yes to all of those. We've talked about this over the years. William Shatner, I would love to have William Shatner play a relative of Yaphet. You don't see Bill, but you hear Bill, because Bill's got a voice where it's you can't mistake it. Richard Dean Anderson. That's a Stargate connection, isn't it? If I'm thinking of the right person. Mateo, true, there is that possibility. Okay, I'll see if I can ask someone. I know if your issue can be escalated and maybe it can be rectified. Oh, I appreciate it, Mateo, but if it can't, it can't. I just have to deal with it. But if it can, if you figure it out, you can always hit me up on Twitch, EGOTASTIC FT on Twitch. I check into that every day at some point. I haven't checked in on it today, though. Well, I'm busy streaming. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I DM you? Yeah, Bakula's a good one. Isn't he, though? I remember decades ago, Scott Bakula was the, what do they call it? When you're the main attraction at a parade. The Grand Marshal. He was the Grand Marshal at the Hollywood Christmas Parade. And, you know, and they have the Hollywood Christmas Parade, and it's all decorated like it's cold outside. It's not cold outside. And and he was in a Cadillac, is in a parade. Grand Marshals are usually in some sort of car with no roof, a convertible. And he was singing a song. That's right. If you didn't know, Scott Bakula likes to sing. Remember the episode of Quantum Leap, when he went back to his own lifetime when he was a kid and sang Imagine to his sister? Imagine all the people watching Quantum Leap. Too bad for the MS. Would have been great to have Christina Applegate to play Kelly's sister. Christina Applegate. Yeah, it's too bad she's got multiple sclerosis, or MS, whichever. That is what it stands for, right? She's a talent. I'm so glad she ended up being more than Kelly Bundy was great, but you got to be really smart. You got to be a really smart person to play someone as dumb as Kelly Bundy, right? And Christina Applegate did great. I'm so glad she ended up getting more of a career than just that one role. And wasn't she in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? I saw that movie at the drive-in theater when it first came out. Back when they played movies outside in a non-novelty way. It's just the way it was done. Yes, I also want to see, Chris says, the triumphant return of the egg salad sandwich. Hooray, hooray for you. Yes, we need the egg salad sandwich. John Delancey would be a good Q. Probably exists in all universes. Ooh. If the Orville ever did a crossover universe thing with Star Trek, they would be in so much damn trouble. They'd be sued all over the damn place. I don't think the Paramounts, CBS's would be cool with that unless you give them a ton of money, I guess. But even still, they probably would be cool with it. They're like, we're gonna make some money with Q later on. Also, Q might be a part of Star Trek Legacy if they ever make that show. I know they brought Q back in Picard season 3, even though Q died in Picard season 2, but that's very linear. When you think talking about a Q, a godlike being, their life time isn't going to be linear. They could be anywhere all at once. So it could just be an earlier version of Q that's traveling to this time. Is great. Silly old Q. JP, we need an Ego Discord so Ego fans can chat all the time. There used to be one. I haven't looked in years. I won't even know how to find it. But there used to be an EGOTASTIC Discord that I never canceled, so maybe it's still out there. You just have to look it up. Either check out EGOTASTIC Funtime, which I assume it'd be called, or maybe Talking the Orville. I assume it's EGOTASTIC Funtime, but you never know. Mateo says, not sure if they can help out, and if they can, it would be them you need to thank. But I'll just put in the ask. Thank you so much. I mean, it would be great if we can end this madness. I just don't know if YouTube cares. They might just not care. Oh my God, YouTube doesn't care about me. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the help. Don Ranger Power. To me, Scott Bakula will always be known as Dr. Sam Beckett in the original Quantum Leap. Agreed. Though I do have a bit of a tendency to go Captain Archer with him because I do love Enterprise. But Quantum Leap was my first love. There was no Enterprise back then. And love me some Sam Beckett. She was definitely in a babysitter movie. That must be it, because Adventures in Babysitting is what's-her-face, Elizabeth Shue. So it must be Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead with Christina Applegate. Archmage wants to take part in an Ego Disco. Ego Disco. Yeah, Mateo says, I miss drive-ins. You know, they're still around in some places. I've never been. It's a classic place. The Admiral Twin. We have a drive-in that's still open. People go. It's more of a novelty, but they still got new movies and people go and have a good time. I've never been. I've talked about it, but also I'm like, I don't want to go sit somewhere that's not my house and watch something. I got all this stuff on my TV with a perfectly good couch and a bathroom and a pause button. But it would be cool to go to the drive-in theater. Maybe as I get even older and I long for earlier days, I'm like, let's go to the drive-in. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. I remember being a kid, and I'm sure it wasn't as much of a ripoff as it is now, but I remember going to the drive-in. I think we went to the 101 drive-in, is what it was called. There was a couple. There was like a Buena drive-in or something, like Buena Vista, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I remember we're going young, I'm a kid with the parents watching E.T. or something like that. and we would go to the snack shop and get popcorn and soda and all that stuff. Now that I'm older, I'm like, why the hell did they ever do that? We were in a car. We could have just packed all kinds of food for way cheaper and eaten that at the drive-in theater. Why did we go pay money for popcorn and stuff and candy at the snack shop? Take it to the snack shop. Let you snack what I got. Yeah, Enterprise was great. It was so weird at the time, but thinking back, it's pretty great. If you rewatch it, it's pretty great. Mateo says, I never watched Enterprise while it was on, but once I did, thought it was pretty decent overall. Yeah, I watched it while it was on. First season was weird at that time because that really was a new type of Star Trek. And the song, all that stuff. But then by season 2, you just love the cheesy song. You love the show. I love season 3 and season 4. The stories are getting crazy, getting harsh. Really bringing up some interesting stuff. Seth MacFarlane was in 2 episodes. Back in the original airing, I didn't recognize him, but later on I did on the rewatch. But when I rewatched Enterprise a couple years ago, I was like, I fell in love with it all over again. I think even more so than originally. Such a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally here. Enterprise is amazing. A little too horny sometimes, though. Yes, it was. I don't know. Part of my brain appreciates the horniness, and the other part of my brain, the Star Trek side of my brain, says this is too horny. This is too much horniness going on this ship, because that part of your brain says they're doing this for ratings. You're taking me out of the show being a ship of people in the future having these adventures, and you're putting me into the studio exec's office coming up with plans to try to get more viewers. Loved Phlox instantly. A lot of characters took some time to grow on me, but Phlox was cool right off the bat. Brian says, I heard they were thinking about building an amusement park an hour from where you live, JP. Have you heard any news about it? I heard the announcement that they were going to build some big amusement park, like America, the theme park or something like that. If they do, I definitely plan on checking it out. But we'll see. It's a big money thing. We'll see if it actually comes through and they actually start making it. But if they do, and I'm sure it's a cheesy, super white person type theme park from the sound of it, but like Branson, Missouri or something like that. But it's still a theme park. A theme park's a theme park. I want to go there and be entertained. So I'll definitely be checking it out. Take my mom, take my sister, take my wife, take the kid. But they're also supposed to be building like a billion-seat amphitheater, even closer. So I'm excited for that. That'll bring in a lot of... My whole town is getting a huge influx of population. A lot of people are moving from bigger cities all around the country to where I live because it's a cool air. The town I live in is real damn cool. And there's still parking available. And there's lots of things to do here, but it's also way cheaper to live here. So people are like, you know what? Things are getting too damn expensive. Let's go somewhere that's cool, but it's also much cheaper. So it's tough to get a driver's license. If you move here, it's very hard to get a driver's license in a timely manner because there's so many new people in town. But it's still pretty awesome. There's a lot more people here. It doesn't quite feel like there's too many people here, but there's a lot of damn people here. Not like when I was living in Los Angeles, though. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to end the stream just because I have to, do some things and then come back again to do the Twitch stream where we are watching RoboCop, the one that came out a couple of years ago, the remake of RoboCop. Be watching it on Twitch. Link to the Twitch page is in the description. Just see where it says Twitch. Click on that link. Boom, there's EGOTASTIC Fun Time on Twitch, and we can have a great time. We'll be watching all together RoboCop, the newerish one, assuming that you have Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you connect it to your Twitch account. All the buttons are there to do that. And boom, anything on Twitch we can watch together with the audio, with the video. There are no limits upon us, but I want to thank you guys that are here talking. The great conversation. I didn't expect this conversation to be so damn good. And thanks for all your support, the PayPal, the Patreon. No more super chats for a while. Maybe no more memberships ever, because I don't know if I want to continue with that. Robert Cop, RoboCop, Robo, short for Robert. Hey, babe. Wife just got home. Got to go visit. She's got home from work. Must got off work early today because of the holiday. Got to go say hi and then start getting prepared for the next stream, which will be in an hour and 19 minutes. Did I do my math right? Or 2 hours? 2 hours and 19 minutes away on Twitch. So I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks again. And as always, you must remember this. You must remember this always. I use the word always, but I'll say it twice. We all do better